Animals may be extremely well organized and insanely energetic and brave, but will always have one giant advantage over them: our intelligence. And since thinking is what makes us human, then we'll always be the ruling species on this planet because all the other living creatures are really brainless. But is this statement accepted by all human beings? Well, not by all of them. Let's take a close look at Alex the genius parrot. When a parrot says something like hi or I love you obviously assume that it doesn't really know what it's saying. It's just mimicking human words in the same way that it'd copy the sound of a barking dog. It's just like a tape recorder. Alex the parrot was different. He could correctly identify 50 different shapes, recognize numbers up to 6, distinguish 7 colors, and understand qualities such as bigger, smaller, same, and different. Alex didn't just associate a word with a specific object. He could generalize, which is usually something only humans can do. For example, when shown various keys, he could recognize that they were the same thing, and even point out differences in size and color. That bird behaved more like a human. One day, as Dr. Irene was closing up the lab, Alex said goodbye by telling her to be good. Irene replied by saying, I love you, to which Alex answered, I love you too. He then asked, You'll be in tomorrow? Irene assured him that, yes, he'd see her tomorrow. He actually had conversations like that all the time. You can say that he was just faking his banter and emotions through years and years of social repetition, but at what point can't you say the same thing about humans? You only know to jokingly tell someone to be good when they head out for the night because you heard somebody else say it and remembered it. Dr. Pepper has taught some of Alex's tricks to other parrots, but so far none of them has displayed anything close to his remarkable level of intelligence. So far, it looks like he was one of a kind. Maybe the specific circumstances of Alex's upbringing turned him into the only parrot capable of higher cognitive thought processes. Another case in point is Michael the painting gorilla. Common sense dictates that only humans can produce art that is original and expressive. However, according to experts, you can teach some animals how to be creative. Gorillas in particular are pretty good at that, as long as they have been trained to communicate with humans through sign language. Take Michael, a gorilla, and the author of a painting called Apple Chase. You'd expect to see a red shape. But what Michael drew was black and white and looked like a dog, very similar to the pet dog that Michael used to own. It is worth stating that Apple was deceased at the time Michael made this painting, so not only did Michael reproduce the image of the dog from memory, choosing those colors himself, but he also named it Apple Chase, because he used to love playing chase with the dog. He expressed his emotional anguish over Apple's death by painting a beautiful picture of his beloved friend. Animals may be extremely well organized and insanely energetic and brave, but will always have one giant advantage over them: our intelligence.